So what can individuals do then to support this cause?
Well, I would encourage all of your listeners, and I know, again, this is sort of asking people to do something. Sometimes people say, someone else will do it. Call up your local member of parliament. Call up Jason Kenney's office. Send an email. Send an email to the Prime Minister. They need to hear from us, and they need to hear from us soon, that we support this campaign of no KGB in Canada, because there are an awful lot of probably well-intentioned people saying, oh, let these people stay, they're old, they're elderly, it's too late to see justice done, these people weren't themselves killers, or all sorts of excuses, what about their families and so on. Well, if we aren't strict on this, we will in effect be saying to the victims of things like the Holodomor or of the Soviet occupation of Ukraine, oh, it's okay, let bygones be bygones. And in fact, I don't think that's the appropriate strategy. I think that Canada should not be a haven for KGB men. Members of your listening audience should be calling their member of parliament or sending an email to the Prime Minister, sending an email to Peter Van Loan, the Minister of Public Safety, sending an email to Jason Kenney saying, hey, no KGB in Canada. Good for you. Deport these people. Get rid of them. We support you. We finally have a government that's taking some action on this, and we as a community need to be supporting the government when it does the right thing, and in this case, it's doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm. And I can see that this, if they do this, it might encourage a little bit more accountability, a little more due diligence on the part of those who should be keeping out modern-day war criminals that are coming in.
You mentioned earlier about making a reference to the criminal gangs that are now present not only in Vancouver but in places like Toronto and so on, in Montreal. These are often individuals who come into our country claiming to be the victims of persecution in their homelands, but are in fact themselves members of terrorist organizations or criminal gangs who hide within the refugee stream. And of course, Canada should be welcoming of genuine refugees. My parents were refugees. I'm very grateful to Canada, as are they, that they were allowed a chance to rebuild their lives. We should be helping genuine refugees. We should be opening our gates to those who need our assistance. But at the same time, we should be doing very careful screening to ensure that the people we let in are not themselves enablers or perpetrators of crimes against humanity, war crimes. And if we discover such people, they should be expelled forthwith. There should be not, a process where a person can go into the appeal system for a decade plus and hang around here and commit more crimes, or get away with the crimes they committed somewhere else. So, yes, I think it's important that your listeners, as compassionate Canadians, we all are compassionate. We are all welcoming people, welcoming society, thank God. But that said, when you think that one of your neighbors may be a former KGB veteran, those people have no right to be here. Let them go back whence they came.
Great. Well, thank you so much for giving us all this information. And
well, again, I encourage your listeners to call up or email the Prime Minister and thank him for helping us rid this country of KGB.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.